Okay, so this is our Google Doc example. So I have changed my microphone setting. I hope this is better. We're in Google. We are just at the regular home screen. We're going to go up to the top Google Apps tab, and we're going to find Google Docs. These can be adjusted as needed. You can click and drag wherever you want them. I use Google Docs a lot, so it's definitely going to be at the top. When you click on Google Docs is much like Microsoft Word. There's templates and things you can use that they have pre-made. You can even Google Doc templates. There's my phone. Sorry. And we're going to use just a basic blank template. I'm going to call this one. Let me make sure that we are on the correct screen. Yes, we are, and it's recording. Okay, we're going to call this June 24th, 2022, DK example. Okay, so I'm going to take notes here, and I just start typing away, and I have all my important information one spot. When I get done with this, things that I can do, for example, it automatically puts your first sentence or what you type at the top up here as your document name. That's where you can just click on it and it says rename. I'm going to leave it June 20th. And just as an example, today's actually the 24th. And I'm going to, I can download it as a Microsoft Word document. I can download it as a PDF to my computer. I can download it anyway to my computer that I want to, basically. You can actually make a web page out of a Google Doc, which that's a whole nother thing. But the point is that it's very interchangeable with the Microsoft Word document or Google Doc. So you can actually open a Microsoft Word document in a Google Doc and vice versa. You can save a Google Doc as a Microsoft Word. So that's a great thing. When we look at this and we have all of our notes, blah, 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 I'm going to, here's another Google Meets, another option of how to get there. We can talk about this if we want to with a big group and all work on one document if we wanted to. So a live document means you can share it with other people. It can be a group of people. It can be an individual. But when you make a Google Doc, we're going to talk about the importance of the editing option. So I'm going to share this with, I'm going to share it with myself. Let me make sure I can get on here. And I can see that, there we go. Okay. I'm going to share it with my personal email. And then I'm also going to share it with my school account. Just that's me, just to show you an example of you can make a list if you would like. But the importance of this screen right here is to show you this. When I send this email to hfulmer33, which is my personal, they don't know that, or my school email, washtall.org, they don't know it's me either. But whoever you're sharing with at the moment can edit this document. So if the person, for instance, I don't share my documents with my students and make them the editors because they can delete my stuff. So they only will get the option to view the document. If they want to open it and see it, they cannot type on it, but they can download it as a Word document if they want to, save it on the flash drive if they want to. They can do whatever they want. It's theirs, but they cannot edit my document. If they want to print it, whatever. But this is mine. And so I can make them a commenter, which on the outside edges, they can comment little things. They still can't change my work, but an editor can. They have all the editing rights as the original owner. So my DKG account is the original owner, and I'm giving these people, whoever you send it to, this to the email address, they have editing rights. And that's okay. It's me. I'm going to take care of my document. So I just shared that. So on another device, I'm going to show you what it would look like. I see that I've had something in my work email, work drive shared. So when I open this as the Ouachita account, so this is teacher Heather at school, opening this file, then I can see there she is. There's teacher Heather up here at ouachita.sd.org. So she is now on this file. And so if she decides she doesn't like what this says, whoever you send it to, and they start typing whatever they want, it will change on your screen as well. So this is what Jessica Wright and I were doing at the meeting in Little Rock, kind of the revitalization meeting. And so she and I were both taking notes at the same time, but we were very careful not to hit delete or backspace to erase our work, or I didn't want to erase her work. I would change my stuff that I was working on, or if I misspelled a word, but I wanted to make sure I did not delete her information. Now, if that happens, it's okay, really. It's hard to lose a lot in the Google Docs. So I'm going to say, Heather at school, teacher Heather, I don't like this. And it disappears on teacher Heather's screen. Say this is the work computer or whatever device I'm on, my tablet maybe. And I'm like, oh, that's not good. But it's okay because you can hit control, hold down control and hit Z, or there's a back button. So you can actually go back and multiple times and you don't lose what you've typed. So that's really great. And there's a comment out here. So you can look at the comment history. If I want to make a note of what this says. This is a note. Can't see my mouse in the way. I can comment. Teacher Heather can see that now, and she can actually respond to that if she would like to. But it's just a way to kind of keep tabs on ideas and thoughts, which is what Jessica and I were doing for our local chapter throughout that meeting as well. And that's okay. That's okay. It just helped us to put little tabs out to the side so we just wouldn't forget things. And that was just between us. But we can take that and share it with everyone. Probably, I think Jessica shared it, but only a view only document. So that way, it wouldn't accidentally get deleted or changed accidentally. So when we get ready to save this file, let's say we're completely done. We have 10 pages of these great notes and things we're going to do. I'm going to, I want to share it maybe with the group. We can do that. It goes back to that share button, which is also up here at the top. And then we can print it. We can even change the language. There's so many. I don't even want to go there because I'm doing good just to hold on to my Arkansas English. So we're going to download it maybe as a Word document or a PDF. We want to send it in a file where nobody can change. That's fine. However you want to save it on your personal device. A good habit to get into is I always try to make a copy. So making a copy allows me to keep the original file in my drive just for me. So it says copy of June 20, 2022. And if I want to put DKG notes I made, then that's fine. I'm going to save it as that. So that way I kind of keep an idea up here. Now, here is the copy, and it says copy of, so it's the copy, but I can keep adding my personal notes to it, and nobody else gets to see those. Also, if the file gets lost or you move the file into the document to a file and you can't remember where it is, you still have a backup here. So I'm going to show you how to go through getting rid of a Google Doc. It's really hard to lose a Google Doc. So let's say I accidentally, oh no, I closed it out and the tab is gone and my screen recording's gone because that Google Doc, I accidentally exited out on it. It's not lost. All your changes are still there, and I will show you where. Let me minimize and open up a Chrome tab again. Okay, now I'll have to share my screen back so you can see the new screen. So I go back and I'm like, oh, lost it, it's gone. That's okay. So if we look up here in our Google Drive, this is like the file explorer, the file folder on your desktop. It's like a big hub where all your files are saved. But instead of being saved on your computer, where you would go into the little yellow, orangey, I guess it's yellow technically, file explorer, the file tab on your computer, the file folder on your computer. Google Drive is the same thing, except it's an online version, basically. So it's still the same place where everything gets saved. It's still the same thing where it has your file folder says like my documents, my pictures. It has all that stuff just for your computer. Same thing here, Google Drive, but it's just your Google file folder, I guess, and it's just online. So I'm going to go into my Google Files and I'm in my Drive. This is my Google Drive. And I see, oh, there it is. First thing up here at the top. There's my June 20 document. There's my notes on the side that I made. This is the original one that I saved. Got it back. So you really can't lose it. It's really hard to lose it. You can even remove it from, which says kind of delete, but here you can again download it. You can make a copy of it just in case. You can share it from here if you want to without even having to open it. But if I remove it, let's say I don't need that one, I'm just going to delete it. It's okay. And you come back, and I've done this many times. I'm like, oh, I really had something on that I want to use because I typed it all out and did all that work. But you can go into your trash. Now, once it's in your trash, you can right click on it, restore it, or delete it forever. And I'm going to delete this forever. But when I delete it, remember I shared it with 2 other people. It's going to delete forever for them as well. So this is where it's really important to, I'm going to move my finger, to make a copy when you receive someone else's document. It's okay to share and it's okay to collaborate, but when you're done, make a copy for yourself, kick it back. And if they delete it, oh no, it's really gone out, like it's gone. But it asks you, are you sure you want to delete this? Yes, I do. Then it's gone for the other people. So remember, I went back and I thought, I'm just going to make a copy just in case or maybe the other person who made it, maybe they delete it. You still have a copy here. So that's why it's good when people send me a copy of something. I go ahead first thing and I'm like, ooh, make a copy. And it just kind of throws it back in your Google Drive for you. So you kind of keep it and forget about it, but it's always there if you need it. But a copy, when it's your copy, it's yours. So it doesn't go and share with other people because this is a separate, just kind of duplicates it for you and saves it just for you. So I always do that as a backup plan, just in case, because you never know. Okay, so I hope that helped with the Google Doc option. Also on the Google Docs, we can link websites. And so instead of you having to type in a big long website address, we can link a website. So I'm going to do that. Let's say this is kg.org. Well, it doesn't know that that's a website technically. It's letters at the moment. So I'm going to go to dkg.org. And here's the website. So I can do this. I can copy and paste here. And if you do that from the actual website, see the difference of the one I typed by myself versus the website I copied and pasted. So if you just go to the website you would like and highlight, right click, copy, go back to my document, and I'm going to right click, paste, hit your space bar so it knows it's its own little separate thing. If you notice up here, it says see new changes and it keeps saving. Every time you make changes, it backs it up, it saves it for you. So you don't have to keep going, save as, save as, save as. Every time you update it, it updates automatically for you and whoever you share it with. So the great thing about this is I'm going to close out my DKG, and now I'm going to look at this document. And when I save it, I can click on it. There's that website, goes straight to it. So whoever looks at this document or views this document has a copy of this document or shared anything, all the websites are already there. So whenever you do that, you copy and paste that website into a Google Doc, changes it to the web address, and all the other people have to do is just click on that blue link and it takes you to that site. So that's the great thing also about Google Docs as well. You can do that in a Word document, but Google is a live document. So every 2 or 3 seconds, I'm sitting here making changes. It's saving and backing it up and creating a current copy of that, so I don't lose all that stuff that I just changed. It stays on there. So it's a great thing. Google's fun. There's a lot to it sometimes, but this way it's easier whenever we share information to go ahead and put the links in blue. So if you know it's a blue link, usually underlined, and it's blue, that means it's a website. That means you should be able to click on it and find it. Any website, it should work like that just fine. So if it's a YouTube video, I might take all these videos and put them on YouTube and then add those links on there with the description beside it. So how to set up a a Gmail account, click, and it automatically goes to the video. Or how to work in a Google Doc, and it'll be in blue. Click on it and it goes to this video. So we're trying to come up with ways to make it easier and less time consuming as well, because it can be a really overwhelming thing. But the more you play with it and the more you experience and work in it, the easier it gets. And that's with everything also. So I hope this video helped. It was a lot in the video. So feel free to stop, go back and pause if you need to, and just play with the Google Doc and see kind of how it works. But again, with the Google Doc, you need a Google account. So that's why I made the Google account first. And then it kind of drops down into the next step, which is working in the Google Doc. Thank you.